Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. In the last episode, we began the trial for Maximillion Galactica, our clients. And in today's episode, we're going to be starting with the testimony of Ben, the ventriloquist, and Trilo, his puppet. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. In the world of law, exiting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, that's outdated. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. Oh, those are lyrics. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be singing anyways. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up, just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. What's wrong with his nose? It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order, order. I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm getting worried about the testimony in my court. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed. I mean, it's not that difficult. Just Trilo is his puppet, and Ben is more comfortable talking through Trilo, and they sell the same things. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. I don't think we've ever seen text go by this fast. I think the implication is that Trilo's a very fast speaker, so I'll try to speed up a little bit. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximillion Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and his dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? Judge, surprisingly perceptive sometimes. Huh, he's actually got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Unless Mo, the clown, was trying to implicate him? Yeah, it's... Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. She literally found evidence on the scene of the crime. It wasn't even her doing. It was probably Gumshoe. I don't know why she's being praised so much for it. Get your curtsies out of here, Von Karma. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. Alright, let's see. What you witnessed. Left with the stooge. I'm gonna ditch him. Why did you ditch him? Or Phoenix and I aren't always on the same train of thought all the time. Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. What the hell? That was actually a pretty good point. Saw Max. Only one headed that way. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way at night. That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye, though. Is there something amiss in this? No problems. There's no proof it was Max. Yeah, you only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? Because what about the Ringmaster? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? The Ringmaster. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was indeed at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the Ringmaster as well. Obviously, the Ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The Ringmaster and Max went together to the Ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximillion Galactica was supposed to be in the Ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Ah, I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Huh. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Maya, you genius. Because Trilo wants Max out of the picture. I don't think Trilo and Ben killed the Ringmaster, though. That seems a bit of a stretch. Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, exactly. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I really don't know anymore. Part is over. That's... Police showed up. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? It's gotta be Regina. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer Regina. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Huh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a higher likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max headed to the scene. That's a good point. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. I don't know why horrible outfit is underlined or is highlighted in red. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Alright, about the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Don't we have the ring? Yeah. So, what does he mean he still has it in his pocket? You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. No, she's 16. It's weird that the 21-year-old Maximillion Galactica was proposing to her in the first place. So, the judge doesn't even have a profile. I don't know how old he is. Probably like at least 70. Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? Alright, let's see. About the proposal. So surprised. Even had something to give her. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're going to die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Franziska's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. We've been whipped by her to the point where we're unconscious, so I think we can push on. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that... I advise that you cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. Did I miss something? I don't know. I don't understand the sociological connection here. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. An engagement ring? Uh-huh, it's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is gonna love it. I did read somewhere that glass is like shinier than diamonds. I really couldn't tell you the difference, but I mean, you gotta go with diamond if you're proposing. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Kept in my pockets. Yeah, so we have it right here. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Oh, that's mine. Give it back, thief. Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something. Huh? Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room where they put money like a bank vault? That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest objects that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things. Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, that night? The night of the crime? What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have... Well, it could have been taken around that time. Sorry, I really don't like monkeys, so this is just not easy on my ears. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money. Oh, so he's admitting that he wasn't there to witness. Someone else potentially could have walked past him. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effects. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance of the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. True. Doing really well, Phoenix. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that someone slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defendant's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendants. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw that night. Huh, I told you so many times you'd think you know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change even more. Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Alright, and keep after him we will in the next episode. It looks like we're going to get another update to Max's testimony, or Trilo's testimony. But yeah, we will see what new information he slips in the next episode. So until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then.